all set. I'm very happy with what we accomplished. Yeah, I'm focusing. Now it's working. Did anyone actually PayPal you money for boxers?
I don't know. Let's check. I never checked. Nope.
Really?
That's fine.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
Daddy needs a new set of boxers. Nice hoodie.
Thank you. Rocking that merch. Hey, Scooby! Look at her. Wow. Forget what this thing looks like half the time. It's amazing how much this wrap deteriorated. That's crazy. Oh, that's why today we're gonna rip it off. Surprise.
That's why I turned on the heater so it could heat up a little bit, so it'd be easier.
Cool, thank you. Yeah. Sean rocking the merch too. I'm curious to see, by taking off the vinyl, if it's gonna rip off the paint too. There's only one way to find out. I have a feeling that it might do some damage actually pulling off the wrap.
You had it painted before?
Just the stock OEM.
You had it painted
black.
though?
No, just wrapped.
So it's OEM?
Yeah.
I bet it's not gonna pull off the paint.
You don't think so?
Nope. I think it's gonna be fine.
I mean, we don't really know until we try. What do you think is gonna happen, Sean?
I bet you 100 push-ups.
100 push-ups? I will actually take that bet because I was telling Sean on the drive down here that I need to start doing some more push-ups.
I'm telling you, I'll bet you 100 push-ups.
So what, how much material are we talking?
Any paint that is OEM on here will not pull off. Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm not even gonna heat up the wrap now. I'm just gonna take it and rip it off.
That's fine.
The only prior damage on the front bumper of this car was right here. Someone had actually backed into me with a tow hitch. So I personally fixed it and primered it, but I didn't paint over it knowing that I was gonna wrap the car.
Don't record that.
They're making fun of me for liking 3-spoke wheels.
Well, yeah.
You guys remember the old white Advance I had on the S14 that I took from Robbie? Those look so good on the car.
It's the gateway to liking 2-spoke wheels.
Okay.
And then where does that go?
Now you're taking it a little too far.
Now you go with 24 2-spokes? Yeah, oh my god. Oh, then you go to 2-spoke?
1-spoke?
Then you go to 1-spoke. No, the best is no spoke after that.
I was kind of looking at wheels like that though, where it's like, the rally style. I don't know. If you guys have good suggestions for the Subaru, I'd love to hear it for wheels.
You swapped it with a 2JZ, didn't you?
Why would I downgrade?
I'm gonna piss a lot of people off right now and do some cold revs. It has like a flutter sound to it now. What the? Last track day, I had some issues with the car. If you guys remember, fuel was cutting out, RPM was cutting out at like 2K. Turns out it was the fuel filter was completely clogged and it was destroying the pump. Rob fixed that.
Why was it clogged?
Because it hadn't been replaced the whole time I've owned this car.
Because somebody TIG welded the fittings on, so it wasn't, they made a serviceable part non-serviceable, so.
The previous owner welded the fittings on. I never replaced it when I did the pump, but that is why the pump kept going out.
So Amelia informed me she went through 3 pumps before.
Yeah.
And just kept on replacing pumps, but couldn't service the filter. So we ended up doing a new sock in the tank, we ended up doing the new filter, made it serviceable, ordered the right fittings for it. It actually fractured a line, created so much back pressure, it fractured a fuel line inside the tank as well. So we replaced that, and now the thing is Pepe Le Great. You know, no more Pepe Le Pew.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm a little speechless. I miss my car. I love my car. I wasn't even getting on it. I just like slowly go up to second gear, get on it ever so slightly, not even 3K RPM, it just spins tires and it feels so good because at the track last, I was like pinned 5K, like even like redlining, trying to throw it into third just to spin tires to initiate properly. I couldn't do it, and like it was choking so bad, and I can notice the difference so well. I'm so excited to drive.
Well, I mean, right now you have.
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be a Subaru update video.
Well, and you just picked up those new Nexons.
Yeah,
and we get to try out. So I think we're gonna throw the AU7s on. And it's gonna grip up. It's gonna grip up. The only reason the intercooler is not on is in case we have to change a part of the harness. This is a part where we're trying to figure out what the last shop did.
Okay, so the much anticipated update on the Subaru is that we're coming close, we're almost done, engine is in, everything's kind of put together. The biggest issue, which I've talked about in the past, is the wiring. The previous shop who ended up doing the 07 swap kind of did like a Frankenstein thing, and that's why the car's with Rob, and you guys know me, I don't really touch wiring. I'd like to learn, but it's just not in my toolbox right now, so Rob's handling that. The biggest issue though is that we don't really know what they did since it was an 07 engine. We believe that the bulkhead harness was swapped to an 07. Basically, I went from an 04 to an 07. They swapped the harness. I now have an 04 JDM engine. Put that in, have the 07 harness, won't work with that. Need to buy a new harness, and hopefully that'll be the easy fix to get everything back together. They also ran an immobilizer with the car, so I think that was the issue with the keys. Seems like crazy, like, oh my god, are we gonna figure out this wiring? But realistically, I think just buying this new harness is going to get the car running. And that's why I'm here also pulling off the wrap. I'm gonna be ordering some wheels here any day now. I'm just anticipating for this build to be running, and then I have like some really exciting things in the works. But long story short, need to order a new harness and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the hood. It's like the flattest surface. I hope it'll be the easiest, but
We seem to have misplaced my heat gun, so put a heat, man. We need some heat.
Oh yeah, it's money.
yeah. I'm surprised it still has elasticity to it.
Does Play-Doh ever lose the play?
Yeah, have you not left your Play-Doh out before?
Still has its play.
Leave your Play-Doh out.
They just turn into rock
Yeah,
though.
and you're just playing with rocks as a child.
No, it's a permanent decision.
You're gonna owe them 100 push-ups.
I'm okay with that. I agreed to that knowing that it's
Is
something.
that continuous push-ups or in 24
Hey, we never agreed to that.
No, I want one at a time whenever I say push-up.
We never agreed to that either.
Oh, what? You want to do them all at the same time? Fine, that's your decision.
I'll be mid-drift.
No,
You'll
fine,
come in
that's
on the
your
walkie-talkie. I want to push up right
Give
now.
me one push-up. All I want is one at a time.
So pull really fast.
Yeah, right? I'll like intentionally chip the paint off my car. It's actually coming off a lot nicer than I thought it would.
So I want to know when you're done doing this, how much you charge somebody to take off their wrap. And I guarantee it's probably the same as it would be put on a wrap.
I feel like my rates would be a little high though, 'cause it's not a job I want to do. So my car was not clay barred or prepped in any way, shape, or form aside from alcohol before installing the wrap. I did not install the wrap, but you guys can see what color my car originally is, and that's the Java block, and I actually really like this color. I find it very pretty. One of the things I really want to do too is spend time actually cleaning the car to see if I can get all this wear and tear and the miles on the paint nice and clean. So if you guys want to see how a wrap looks like after 2 years of sitting in the sun, this is it. Not pretty. So I've gotten about this far on the hood, and Rob, you asked how much I would charge to take a wrap off a car. I would say 3 to 5 grand is what I would deem a reasonable price to take a wrap off of a car. What would you charge?
I just wouldn't do it.
Well, that's why I charge so much. Because I don't want to do it to begin with.
See how this would be really quick if you had like a paint booth, you could cook the car.
Oh yeah, you got the car all the way hot and then it pulls off.
That'd be
like a
different.
sheet. Like, how do you do this in the winter, you know?
Yeah. removing the wrap on the hood is coming.
It's terrible.
It's taken a while, but it's getting there. It's taken a very long time just to remove the hood, but you guys can see what color it actually was on the bottom side of the wrap. Check this out. It looks like poop. The original color I thought it was gonna be when I first picked it was like a root beer color, but didn't turn out like that. Came out like this. It's still a pretty color, but you guys can see the difference. It doesn't look like that anymore. And then also, thinking back, I realized it's been like 4 years since the wrap's been done. So the only negative thing is that the car was definitely not treated before it was wrapped. You guys can see the contamination. Maybe not as well as we can. Oh, there we go. There's a big old piece under this last bit that Sean's gonna take off of hood contamination, which is part of the reason why I wrapped the car to begin with. You'll see in a second.
No. I see a dent.
The black looks so bad on camera. I'm really excited to properly detail this car. Oh, this is it.
How was that?
It's been there for just about the lifespan of the car. I've tried everything to get it off. I agreed to doing 100 push-ups. Rob wants me to do one push-up whenever he says up to 100.
What I wanted is either 100 push-ups all at once, right? Or one push-up at a time. Whenever I say push-up, she has to stop, do one push-up, and then go 100 of those.
But I didn't agree to that. I agreed to 100 push-ups. I would like to do 10 sets of 10 reps.
I'm agreeing to compromise, and here's my compromise. I want man push-ups, and I'll agree to your 10 sets of 10, but if you cannot complete all of 10, you only do 9, none of the 10 count, and you have to start the 10 over at a later time. So what I want is, every time you do one, it isn't one, it's one Ecrew.
Butt down, too. One.
No, I'm not counting, it doesn't count
What
if you don't
the?
Say one Ecrew.
No, I never agreed to that,
Yes,
but
you
we
did.
agreed
You
to
have
the push-ups.
10 Ecrew.
Yay!
So now you guys have an official update on the Subaru. How long do you think until she's running?
As soon as we get the harness in, like, that's the only reason we haven't put the intercooler and the other stuff on.
And then first turnover, and then we'll do the tune. And we'll...
Yeah, so I'll probably drive it for a couple days and then I'll call you up to come do the first startup. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close out here. Thank you so much for watching. That's an update for the Subaru for you, and no, the vinyl wrap did not peel off the paint, so therefore I owe 90 more push-ups. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be a fun day tomorrow. Ecrew, we out here with love. Bye!